We are here from Gulf with the Win Motorsport team for the Asian Lima in Sepang. We have William, who's the team principal.
Hi.
And Richard.
Hi guys.
That's David.
Hi.
And we have some really tough questions for both of them over here. First question: how tall you are?
Taller than he is.
Yeah. And William, we just had an injury. We were just mentioning a little while ago. How did it happen actually?
It happened yesterday during driver practice changing, because it always happened in practices usually, because you try to do your best, get at the quickest time and get clean out. So whatever takes me to get out of the car, the quickest I'll do it. So actually yesterday I just rolled myself out of the car and then something got stuck in my harness device. So I just pulled myself and then just ripped myself out of the car and then just roll on the ground. And then when I roll on the ground, just twisted my toe a little bit. So
Wow. You're practicing for the fastest possible scenario, and because you're doing it over and over and over again, you just repeatedly get bruises, and as William said, you just go as fast as you can, and yes, sometimes things get stuck and you just have to force yourself out. So
And that's quite painful, because William mentioned that it was very painful, but once he gets onto the driving seat, he just forgets it.
Adrenaline helps.
Right. Absolutely.
Well, my question was more on the organization type of thing. How do you manage conflict, if you have any?
actually, well, there are conflicts, but most of the conflicts are positive conflicts, I would say. Good thing is your teammates, your crew, when they put so much effort into everything, and it's not to any of our own conscience if we don't do our best, or we sometimes everyone's going to have a bad day, but how your teammates cheer you up, like Richard's got a special way of cheering me up or pushing me to my limit. In motorsport and in endurance racing especially, and especially Win Motorsport, team spirit is number one.
I think it's a case of where you look at any job or any sport around the world, whenever you see somebody who's looking depressed or concerned about something, they're never performing at the level that they can. And it's racing is complicated and difficult enough. So whenever anyone is in a good mode and a good place, they don't start overthinking things and they don't start overcomplicating things. And I always have this saying that a happy driver is a fast driver. But it's all about that team spirit and knowing exactly how to keep everybody in the team with a very high morale.
Thanks. And talking about good results, how do you guys as a team celebrate success? Celebrate victories? In a way? Are you different in that field, or?
Well,
no,
I drink beer though, so.
Yeah. I think we both drink and have a really good night out, good dinner and stuff like that. Rewarding part is that at the end of the day, if you got a good result, or if maybe you don't win the race, but you were limp like we have in Thailand, we have such a humongous problem that we were worried about you finishing the race, and then Richard made a really risky call, but it was the right one, so we bear with it, we deal with it, and we came together with our podium. So it was a very, very memorable and by far one of our best races, I would say, even though it's not a win, but I think it's by far one of our best races that the team just came together, and then we were making decisions out there. He was evaluating what's out there, engineers, mechanics, they're all thinking what options, how many minutes can you spend. There's just a million things going on, and I was certainly just waiting, okay, I'll go next, what am I going what am I driving, with all the issues. But I think, it all comes together. Celebration is a one-day thing. Grows different. We cross paths on a lot of things. We have numerous discussions after we got back home, like, hey Richard, what's up? Like our WhatsApp list, but it's all good conversation. I mean, it never really have any like bad conflicts. I mean, conflicts to me, I think is good.
Yeah,
it contributes
in a positive way.
Yeah.
But I think that goes back to the point earlier about team spirit. You used the word conflict. I think discussion is a better way to put it. Because it never gets that bad, because we all know that the objective of everybody is to achieve the best result possible.
And nobody is like, also an important year for Gulf, as you already know. It's the 50th anniversary of Gulf winning first time in Lima in 1968. So just a little bit about what do you think this year that we have also partnered together, and how much does it mean to you? This particular significant victory, especially for Gulf and the livery that you're carrying in the car.
I think 50th anniversary mark is a very important thing. It's half a millennium. It's very important for golf, and I think it's also very important for Win Motorsport. I mean, we have very experienced people from different parts of the world, different categories, of the top in each area of building a race team. But we are a very young group. I mean, and to come out to achieve and have the win championship in the first season of the Sprint Cup was something that we are very happy with. That race on that day will be my 100th mark of my career. So
Congratulations.
it will be very, very good to have good result on that race. 50th anniversary of golf, my 100th race in my life, in my career, and carrying the golf livery. You gotta have some respect for them. You gotta deliver. It's like golf spirit. You gotta deliver. You have passion. You have endurance to deliver.
The brand, it's for me when I was growing up, it was always a case of I didn't really find motorsport that interesting until I watched Le Mans in '99, and that was what got me into it. And I started karting in 2000. But since my dad's always raced historics, and since then I've got heavily involved in the historic side, and because Le Mans was the first thing I saw to race in Le Mans and win Le Mans was always what I wanted. I didn't really care about Formula One, to be honest. So it was a case of once I started to get more and more into the historics and understand the importance of golf, and then to hear that Win Motorsport was partnering with golf was a very iconic moment for me. And then Le Mans has a very special place for me because it's always my aspiration, and I've won there in the past. So to be able to represent golf on its 50th anniversary is very, very special, and it's going to be quite, it's going to be a very nice moment, one I'll definitely remember.
Thank you.
A couple of things. What do you do for fun?
There you go, Richard. Why don't you answer that question? I'm sorry.
I'm quite possibly the biggest nerd in the motorsport paddock. Most people have this preconception that racing drivers are sort of your Lewis Hamilton style playboys, but that's completely not the case. I race pre-war sports cars with my dad. I love railways, I love trains. I have a train simulator, which I spend most of my hours on. I have a railway in my back garden with a steam train, which is always good fun. But yeah, mainly anything involved with that. I like football. It's always evolving around motorsport. Motorsport is always in the back of your head, so you can't really do exactly what you want. You can't really eat what you want. You can't really drink what you want, because you always have to remember that you've got to be ready to step into the racing car. But yeah, luckily, bad food and beer doesn't really involve around train driving, so it's okay,
Well, for me, I do quite a lot of different things. I enjoy a day just sitting on the beach doing nothing. I enjoy a day with this guy in the bar sometimes. But I think I'm a huge football fan. And
What's your favorite team?
Glory Hunter.
Manchester United. Since
We will force you.
No, it was my first ever game that I've watched in my life was Manchester United. Other than that, I would surprisingly I cook.
Okay.
I cook.
Never cooked for me.
You ain't my fiance.
What is your favorite dish?
I can cook quite a few different cuisines. I can do some Italian meat, and Italian's just easy to cook. I mean, I can do some various different Chinese or Western like that, because I have both knees done surgery of the meniscus, so I just need to wait and see if the knee will hold. Else I will do them all the way. I get the sun, I get the exercise, and I get to chill in the sea, and it's a very good thing. So I enjoy anything with sun and beach. Sunshine and sea would do me good.
We can finish by the sign.
Okay.
The signature sign. And good luck for Sunday.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really.
Good luck.